So recently, Carowinds tried to file a permit saying demotion, grading, and erosion control associated with proposed foundations designed by others to support future development, and it's called Project Alpha. It could be a flat ride, however, it says future development, which is pretty interesting. I'm not an engineer or anything, but I would assume they would try and build a flat ride in one fell swoop, then a roller coaster which needs large foundations before you can even start putting track down and installing a station. Sadly, this is all the information we currently have. It's not like when Canada's Wonderland showed us their dive coaster and we had clear footage of track. No. All we know that it's called Project Alpha and that they want to put some foundations down soon. So before we dig deeper into that statement, let's talk about what type of coaster Carowinds could use. So Alpha means first. So this coaster would probably have a first-of-its-kind feature that breaks some sort of record. I've always thought a great GCI would go great here. Now, what's a record they could break? Launched. So they can make it the first multi-launched wooden roller coaster, possibly the fast-launched wooden roller coaster in the world. Keep in mind that Lightning Rod's launch only goes about 42 miles per hour, so that is actually smaller than the average GCI speed. And the only real wooden roller coaster they have is Hurler, and it's pretty bad. I don't think an RMC is very likely because Cedar Fair has yet to build a topper track RMC, and the only other launched RMC, Lightning Rod, has not been very successful. Speaking about RMC, I don't think that Hurler will be RMC'd because it says put new foundations down. Putting down track doesn't really count. Same thing goes for vortex conversion. While that would be great, I don't think of it because it's not putting any new foundations down. So I touched upon a wooden launch coaster, but let's just consider a normal launch coaster. So the interesting thing is that Intamin hasn't returned to America yet, and B&M has only built one true launch coaster, so I think it leaves it to Premier Rides. So they could get a Flight of Fear clone, and I think possibly maybe a launched wing coaster. Now, Flight of Fear clone would make a lot of sense because that requires a lot of building in advance because you have the building, station, queue, all of that stuff, and then the coaster inside. So that would make sense if they were to get that. Also, a B&M launch coaster would really fit with their lineup and would be just great. Now, it's hard to predict because it's a prototype coaster. One more thing I think they could use is a dive coaster. Now, this isn't a very popular decision, but when I say dive coaster, I'm narrowing it down to Gerstlauer and B&M. Personally, I'd rather see another Gerstlauer dive coaster in the chain than two B&M dive coasters in 1 year. I do like Ballonier and Nebular's dive coasters. I am personally a huge fan of Valraven. However, I don't think that they would build two in the chain in 1 year. They converted two wooden roller coasters to RMCs this year, but converting is different than building a whole new roller coaster. I just wanted to throw a dive coaster onto the table. Now, I'll get to space in a minute, but I really wanted to talk about the name Project Alpha as well as the names that Carowinds put out. So, Project Alpha. Alpha has multiple meanings, and I'm not sure that it has anything to do with what the name will be, but here's what Alpha means. So, obviously, it is the first letter in the Greek alphabet, but it's also a radio signal, so maybe the theme will be tied to electricity. So, one more thing Alpha can mean is a leader, usually male, of a pack of animals, so the most powerful one, usually. So, when I think of Alpha in terms of animals, I usually think wolf, so maybe a wolf sort of theme. I'm not exactly sure. It's not like something Canada's Wonderland where we had sort of codename Ziz for a while that was specific to a creature. Alpha is very odd and very unspecific. What's really weird about this is that there isn't a whole lot of space at Carowinds. The parking lot really surrounds the park, and the water park is very restrictive. Intimidator is very open, so I think they could, with a little bit of space next to it, build a compact roller coaster. They also removed their Flyers flat ride, and it's currently under storage, and I think that they could remove the water ride they currently have. It's a sort of raft. You're in a circular raft to hold 6 people and put a roller coaster there along with the Flyers. This would go back to that animal. Before I wrap up the video, I just wanted to say that 2019 is shaping up to be a fantastic year. I think a lot of people were assuming 2019 was going to be a bad year for coasters, but it's already shaping up to be as good as 2018. Between Fly, Project Alpha, construction at Canada's Wonderland and California's Great America, RMC Robin Hood, RMC coming to Japan, 2019 is shaping up to be an even better year than 2018. That sums up what I think about this project. What would you like to see at Carowinds? Post your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, everyone. My name is Coaster Cupcake, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.